Welcome back friends. As I have hope you have covered first tutorial which is Hello World tutorial, and the second tutorial in which I have explained how Android actually executes your code. So now let's begin with creating the new program where we going to modify this existing program. In this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one label and one text box and one button, and from that button, whenever user enter a text, the program is going to read text from the text box and display this same text into the label. But before we begin, we have to understand the Android terminology. So in order to understand the terminology, if you look here, you can find this hello world in the center, because Android has by default included the constraint layout in the file. So what I have to do now, I'm going to change this to linear layout. I'm changing this just to make the tutorial simple, and this linear layout is same as the Java uh, JFrame flow layout for, as you know, Java programmers. And if you are HTML programmer, then you can think it as a by default inline style where all the controls are placed just beside another control. We will have a separate tutorial for the layout, but first start with this chapter. So I'm going to here change this layout. So first change this to linear layout and then we'll begin. Okay, so I have changed. I'm going to keep this uh, text view. Huh. So one thing to note in the Android is, if you are a Java programmer, then you whatever you call it as a control, or if you are HTML programmer, you call any text box this as an input type. But in Android, text box or a view or label, it's all are called as view. Even button is also called a view. So whenever I say view, then you should understand that I mean that it's a control which I want to include in my Android application. So since we have already have text view, which is used for displaying the text, it is same as label. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add another control, which is edit text. Sorry, I have to type in caps, so edit text. So you can see the ID has automatically generated these two property. So width means match parent. Match parent means that it will automatically take the size of a screen width of a parent. So I mark it as match parent because I want the full length, and wrap content means the size of a text inside that text box. So I mark it as text box. Now, let's add the button. Button. Same I will do here. Match parent, wrap content. Sorry for Android. You should write hint. This is the same as HTML placeholder. And for button also I will write text which should be displayed, which type of button is. Okay, as you will see that here is error linear layout, because there is some of the property which is not supported by this layout. So I have to write orientation here. Done. Okay. So now if you look at the screen, you can see that the text view is aligned at the top, and below that we have edit text, and then we have a button. These all three controls are views. Android controls are known as views. Always remember that. Now what I have to do is, upon clicking on this button, I have to read the text from here, and I will type here hello TextScape, whatever the user is. So let's do it. So in Android, how will I know that I have to pick this particular text box, and how will I know that where to put the values? So in order to do that, whatever I have to use is ID, the same as HTML ID, and I am using here at the rate plus ID. Notice that this plus indicates that this ID has to be added in ID resource folder, which I have already explained. Inside this resource, the Android is generate a one ID which will be going to map with this edit text box. So let's name this edit text name. Similarly, button, for button I don't need it because don't need to refer it, but here I need this because I need to put my text here. So again same plus ID. Let's go. Please add the ID. So text view, sorry, and then name. Now the question is that how will Android know upon clicking on this button which event or which method to be called and where it has to be placed? So the answer is you have to click the on click. You have to write on click method and you can type whatever method you wish. Suppose I am here typing the greet user method. So this greet user method I have to write on its corresponding activity file. So where I will find this activity file, if you look at this XML, you will see the context. In the context, it has mentioned the class file. So it is the main activity.java where I have to write this method. So and create method signature is fixed. So you can't change this signature. It has to be fixed. Otherwise, Android will not going to detect and it's going to throw the error. So let's go to the main activity.java. Inside this main activity.java, this is the by default code which has been generated by Android. So now I have to write this code. So better is I'm going to copy it and I'm going to write public void paste view. Just going to create the object. This is the signature which you have to remember it, because whenever you're going to write an event method, then it should be like this only, then only Android going to execute it. So inside this, what I'm going to do, I have to read the value from the edit text. So how will I do? Android by default provides a method called find view by ID. As I told, all the controls are called view in the Android. So you will type view by ID, and then here I will type the ID. So as I have told that whatever ID you mention here will be automatically generated inside the resource folder. And as I explained in previous tutorial that in order to reference any resource inside this folder, we have to use the class name R, because Android is going to generate these classes with name R. So I will type R dot ID dot, and if you look the text edit text name, this is my edit text name which I have to read. So this will give me the text box. So what I have to do is I have to store this text box somewhere in my variable. Since I have stored this, now what I have to do is I need to extract. So to extract, we have a method get text. So get text will return me the text. But more interestingly, if we look at the method signature, let's look get text. You will see it's return editable. It's not going to return you a string. So you have to convert this to a string if you want to display this. But now what I have to do is I'm going to store this in a string variable. Now what I'm going to do is again I am going to include a text view. Sorry. find view by id again, and this time I'm going to put my text here in this text view. So edit text view name. So I'm going to give this name dot id dot text view name. So here I have the control. Again I'm going to set the text, and here see the character sequence. Since I have already converted this to a string, so I directly put it there. Okay, program is ready. My debugger is already up, so it's ready for instant build. Let's click on run. Okay, as you can see, the now our program has been loaded in emulator. Okay, sorry, I have just forgot to mention add hello here, just to show. Okay, okay, now I have edited it. Again, run the program. Okay, you can see here that our application has been loaded. If you might be amazing why I have added here hello, because I need to display hello and plus name whatever I entered in the text box. So that's why I have prepended hello in front of string. So let's type the name. So you see here the hello world. After clicking here, you will see the hello text game. So you can see the hello text game. Thanks for watching.